Hello, everybody. I am SunPsychic Jean, and welcome to Magic Monday with my very favorite co-hosts, Terri Suzuki from kigaruspiritualjourneys and Wisdom Seeker Joan. Thank you, ladies, for joining us. And Pri is here, Venus is here, Emily is here. Thank you all for joining us. And as everybody can see, I posted in the comments there, if you would just kindly post your questions in caps and use emojis, and the questions will be chosen at random. So just before we were coming on, Terri was telling us a little bit about what she's going to be doing this upcoming weekend. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Actually, it's tonight.
Oh,
Tonight, I am going to a woo-woo Christmas party.
that sounds like fun.
So I belong to a nonprofit. I pay dues, and actually is called I'm not even sure the name. I only know the acronym BEPC, and it's part. I live in the area where Boeing is big, and Boeing made lots of different interest groups for their employees to keep them interested, to keep them wanting to work there. So this group is over 40 years old in our area. And a few years ago, Boeing spun it off as its own nonprofit. They continue to fund it. But anyway, we're having a Christmas party tonight. And everybody who comes is guaranteed two readings, and I don't have to read. Somebody else is going to read me, so that's cool.
That sounds like so much fun.
Yes, and all kinds of readers. So it's not going to be the same.
So. Wow, that's phenomenal, and that's amazing that you are part of this group. So everybody that's going to be attending is some sort of a metaphysical healer or psychic or medium or something along those lines.
Yeah, or interested in it. Maybe they're not actually in that, but they're just interested in it. So actually, anyone can join, and but it's really nice because it's just like at the fairs we go to. You get to meet somebody, you get to find out what their interests are, and there's just so many ways that spirit can interact with us, and so there's just it really is always kind of amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's almost as unique as we are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we all have our own special way and specific, unique gifts. And we've learned that, and I've learned that through with you ladies, that, we can all do a reading in just slightly different way. And it's all valuable and it's all very unique, and it's so exciting to see the different ways, and we learn from each other. I know that when I do collaborations, I'm like, it was so much fun. I learn, some people do medical scans, some people do, where you're going to move. Some people are good at dreams. Some people are good, there's all different types of specialties or knacks, and it's just so much fun doing collaborations with everybody. So along those lines, all three of us are offering private readings at this time, and all of their contact information is in the show notes below. And during this time is a lot of fun to give gifts or get a gift or give yourself a gift. So, that's a lot of fun too. And I think that we were going to have a show talking about some of our highlights of some of the, the things that profound things, occurrences that we've experienced, either, doing our psychic fairs or doing private readings. I know that I have grown so much with the experience and the just the happenings and the growth and the profound messages that come through that have changed me forever. It's really fun. I do still want to do a compilation or something like a end of the year compilation and talk about some of the highlights. It'll be really fun to do.
Yeah, we should do that. That would be a ton of fun.
Yeah. Aw. So Nancy says, I highly recommend Joan and Jean. I have not had a reading with Terri yet. Well, strap on those boot buckles and yep, absolutely. Terri's readings are amazing. It's amazing. It's mind-blowing. And she's just as amazed as we are.
I get my mind blown just as much as everybody else. So
thank you. And Just Visiting said, I had a reading with Jean and she's really tapped into my life. She's phenomenal, highly recommended. Thank you very much, Just Visiting. That's so sweet.
Yeah.
And your feedback really does make a difference for all of us to know that we make some small difference in your life and that we can help you to see things in a different way. Yeah.
So I just read Kim B recently, and she says, "Buckle up." She is blown my mind.
Wow.
Blows my mind too. So
cool.
Oh wow.
She also said she's grown just from listening to shows, and boy, I have too. If
yes,
this whole period of the last couple of years, participating but listening to so many talented people, and you're right, Jean. People. I used to think, oh, if I could only read like this person or that person, but then you learn it's a kaleidoscope and it all just makes the beautiful picture. Everybody's a little bit different or does it their own way.
So right. We're doing exactly what we were supposed to do.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, very good. So we're just going to go in random order and I'd like to go ahead and get started. And are you ladies ready?
Yes.
Yes.
So Jen is here and Jen said her birthday is today. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah, let's see if we can just do a general reading for Jen. Jen, I feel you may be feeling a little bit of overwhelm. And as many of us are at this time of year, puts a lot of pressure on a lot of us with all the additional activities and requirements for this season and this time of year as well. They want you to write down a list of all the things that you think that you need or all the things that you think you need to do or that needs to get done and check it off. I feel like if you write down a list and you check it off, you will feel that more of an accomplishment and you'll have a sense of satisfaction that you haven't forgotten anything. I also see a puppy in your life. I don't know if you have a puppy, a dog, but there is an angelic soul around you. Oh, and I think your kids are grown though, Jen, if I remember. But I do see a lot of young souls looking up to you, and you're going to help lead people through till the next season, the spring season. I feel like there's a lot of people going to be looking to you to help lead them through. Yep. Very nice. How about you ladies?
Well, I don't know which one. Do you want to go first, Joan, or?
Sure. Mine is pretty short, per usual. Jen, when I tuned into you, I saw you as a little girl standing on a chair and your birthday cake was on the table next to you and you're leaning over the table to blow out the candles and you blow them out and then they blow right back at you. So like your hair is being blown off behind you, like you blew out the candle, but then the wind came and the candle was blowing at you. So I'm getting the idea that there might be some some headwinds coming up. But then it was showing me other things, and it was just about how they were showing me that a diamond is only formed under pressure. And that, how many times have you had a time in your life when you're really, really busy, but that's when you're most efficient? And the times when you're just like, oh, I could do it today or I could do it tomorrow. It's harder to get things done when there isn't as much happening. So I feel like this year could be something that, and then the other image they gave me was of skiing, that when you're wearing skis, downhill skis or whatever, it seems really awkward until you point them downhill and you learn to go with the flow. And that's when then it's just like you're flying and everything comes together. But you have to point them downhill and say, yep, I'm going to do this. And then it all comes together. So I guess it's not going to be, they're showing me like sitting in an inner tube and going down the river with the little drink and the umbrella in your drink. It's going to be more like putting the tips downhill and learning to go with the flow, but it's going to be an exciting ride. Oh, and when I drew cards, I got lead with confidence. And that's the Archangel of Faith. And then you got a duck who says, find comfort and balance in simple ways. You have support all around you. So they're not just throwing you out there to the wind, to the four winds. They're your guides and angels are going to be there with you to help you through this year.
That sounds so cool. So what I'm getting for you, Jen, is I immediately saw your angel, and your angel, the whole team, I can feel the team, but I'm only seeing an angel, and they're very celebratory for you. They're very happy, and they first say, yay, another, and they start making this motion, another circuit around the sun. But then they show it to me much, much bigger, another circuit around the galaxy, another circuit through, they're talking about your whole life, your whole incarnation of now. And as I'm watching them do this motion, they start to create this spiral shape. And the spiral shape is going towards the right. It went to the left when I just did that, but it goes to the right, which to me is the future. And as they're making this spiral shape that's actually taking shape, looking dark, inside the spiral is this light green energy full of sparkles, and they're just it looks like a galaxy. It looks like somehow they've created this galaxy for you. And so I think what they're saying is they're just giving you on your birthday a birthday gift where they're just souping you up a little bit with this galaxy. And I did get the feeling that they want you to go ahead and take on, as you meditate and stuff, think about intergalactic stuff a little bit. They kind of want you to go out there and explore the galaxy a bit. So that's what I got.
I think that's right up her alley. How wonderful.
Cool.
Good.
Good for you, Jen. Thank you very much. And is Delphi here? Delphi, I know you were just here a few minutes ago, but if you can just say hello, and then after Delphi is Lacey, and Lacey says she is here. So Jen's like, that's so cool. She's ready. She's ready. Okay, thanks, Delphi. Okay, where do I find it? Oh my gosh, did I keep it? Yeah, here it is.
Delphi says yes.
And then after Delphi is Lacey. So question, I've been thinking to voluntary words for hospice. Should I go aged or not? I'm not sure.
Maybe volunteer working.
Oh, thinking about doing volunteer work for hospice. Should go aged or not? I'm not sure.
Oh, so maybe she means that you can work in the age section or maybe younger people.
Oh, I understand now. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. She does say work. Yeah, she meant work.
Got it. Okay, well, I'm just going to ask this way. I'm going to ask this for Delphi. Delphi's been thinking about volunteering at a hospice. Is this a good choice for her? Yes. Would she get more satisfaction out of working for people who are with elders? Would she get more satisfaction out of working with people who are younger? They're kind of saying the younger ones. What do you ladies get?
Well, I got that. Yes, indeed, they would like her to do that. That's great. I didn't get a feeling that they cared so much which one, but I did get the feeling that if she chooses aged, she's going to see a little bit of the secret sauce of the universe. You know, like like when they go, she's gonna like notice some spiritual things. And but they also let me know that if she chooses the younger ones, I mean the really younger ones, like kids, it's gonna break her heart.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard. Yeah. Worthwhile, but hard. So take that into account.
Yeah, and I was getting something similar, Delphi, and I did get to start with the aged because you know what you know, and you know that they know on a certain level in their soul. And then once you feel more confident, you can say, you know, I'm available if you can't find anybody else, or, you know, and try just a little bit here and there. Um, but a soul is a soul is a soul, and you meeting them on a soul level, I think that yeah, no, it's definitely going to be hard, but the help, you know, you'll be able to help all of them is what I mean. But I think that as you build your confidence in the aging community, you'll be able to fill in or do a little bit of both. Oh my gosh, she did home daycare for 14 years. Wow. Mhm.
Oh, that kind of makes you a good fit for the younger
Yeah.
crowd.
Yeah,
Beautiful work.
Yeah.
it is. It is. It's courageous too. And Jen wants us to know that she has her helmet, shin guards, and seatbelt on, ready for her galactic takeoff.
Maybe that's why your hair was flying back.
Maybe.
Very nice. Thank you very much, Delphi and ladies. And so we have Lacey is next, and after Lacey is Nancy Smith.
Okay.
Lacey says, can I please have a name or more info about any of my guides and what that want to be known? Sorry, guys, I'm having a hard time reading today. Ooh. Lacey, did you make your icon? That's beautiful. Even if you didn't, I love it. It's really Picasso-ish.
Mhm.
A hint of Picasso. So I'm just going to jump in. Lacey, she said it was a sticker that she found on a street lamp, and that is amazing. Um, I feel as though your spirit guides want you to know that they've been with you your whole life. They want you to know that you know them like your own self, and you've leaned on your spirit guides and angels on and off throughout your life. And when things got tough, or when you were, you know, really down and out, that they've been there for you, and that they know you better, almost better than you know yourself, because they know you in all of your incarnations and all of your colors, you know. They want you to know that you can rely on them, and that the loyalty is just as much as you can trust yourself. They want you to trust them, and they want you to rely on them, and they want you to be creative and have fun, and not to worry, they want you to step outside of your comfort zone and not to worry about taking a chance, or putting yourself in, striving for something that you really want, that they have your back. How about you, ladies?
Go ahead.
Oh, well, I have an angel. You have two angels that I can see on your team, but this one angel comes forward. This is not your birth angel. So, and I try to look, I keep like lists of angels' names, but this one calls herself Venetia, Venetia, something like that, Venetia. And she does guard your heart a lot. It feels like what she's telling me is that maybe you're very clairsentient. You feel a lot. You have deep feelings, and you kind of maybe feel the feelings of others a bit. So a little bit empathic, and that I know that Jean just talked about colors, and we were all looking at your icon with all those colors, but Venetia is also showing me colors. So it does have something to do with kind of artisticness, just loving. So she's there, or I guess she seems a little female in orientation, but I don't think they really have one sex or the other. But Venetia's there, and you can always trust an angel on your team. So that's what I got, and call upon them anytime. I do think that they're going to be nudging you more with emotions than like hearing things and things like that. It's really more emotional.
Nice. Well, Lacey, when I tuned in, I saw this old knight. Like, he wasn't in the shining armor. It was like that chainmail, sort of like in, was it, I forget what movie it is. But anyhow, and though it's like in the Crusades or something. So he has the chainmail on over his head and everything, and then kind of the white bib thing with the red dragon on it or whatever. And he said his name is George. And he said it's not Saint George, it's just George. And he said he's there, and he's carrying a sword, but he doesn't have it like in his belt ready to pull it out. He's just kind of dragging it there along. It's in a hilt, but it's not like he's wanting to fight someone or something. And I said, so what are you there for? And he said, to protect and serve. So, and then I asked a little bit more, and he said that you had a past life with him, and it must have been in the Crusades or something. And I saw you as a male at that time down by him. He was thrown or something like that. He was on his back and dying, and you were trying to help him. And he thought he would just loved you so much because you had this huge heart and was really like lion-hearted was what he was saying. Or dragon-hearted is what he told me, not lion, dragon-hearted, that you would just do anything for the cause that you were fighting for or for your fellow knights. And that it's an honor for him to try to repay the favor. So yeah, call on George. He's there for you.
Cool.
That was so exciting, Joan. I was like, oh my
I've never
gosh.
seen anything like that before.
And Stem said Spartacus. We're trying to figure, or Camelot, or I don't know, the Knights of the Round
Yeah,
Table. That's
something.
so cool. That's so cool.
You did
Wow.
such a good description. I could just see him
I
in my mind.
I know, me too, and the sword dragon behind him, that
Yep.
was beautiful, Joan. Well done. I loved it. And Lacey, good for you that you have such a magical team on your side. And yeah, definitely connect with them. Good for you, Lacey. Thank you very much for being here and for asking your question. So next is Nancy, and after Nancy is Pre. And so let's see what we have. Nancy says, is there a message from my guides? Lacey said, well, thank you. Thank you, Lacey. Don Quixote. They're all coming up with
They're all going to name him.
all of those are good. Okay, Nancy. You ladies jump in whenever you're ready.
I'm getting the idea that there might be something coming up for you that's a little different than normal day-to-day life, because I see you in a boat floating down a river like I often do, and you're going through a tunnel. It's not like a long tunnel, but it's just kind of like if you're in a canoe or something and you go into a tunnel, at least if you're like me, you can't resist the urge to just kind of go hello and listen to the echo. So it's a little different, it's a little darker, and it sounds different. And so there's this period of a change, and it can seem scary, but it's just a little different way of perceiving things. And then you're out in the daylight again and just kind of on your way, and thought, well, that was sort of interesting. So what does this mean for Nancy Smith? They're showing me like a diamond. They turn it over and to see things from a different angle, all the different facets. So just like you're hearing and seeing things differently in the tunnel, that's the same, that they are encouraging you to just be aware that something's going to come up and it's going to make you look at things from a different angle or perceive them differently. I hope that's helpful.
Yeah. Well, I got something slightly different. I see like her guides, like I don't actually really see anything around them, but there could be like a team room around it, because I swear they're like a coaching team. They're like, you're ready, you can do it. You got everything you need. Get ready. You're already geared up. We got you all geared up. You got all the things on and they're just like giving this pep talk of all pep talks. And I see them putting you like right in front of 2025, like right in front of the year. And they're like, you got it, you got everything. You can go, and we're gonna give you a little shout out there. And so they do, but they're telling me also your goal this year is to care for your family. What they're showing me is that this is this is going to be a little bit of an emotionally rough year, and for lots of reasons. Mostly you could probably look in any newspaper and figure that one out, but it's basically you're going to be taking care of your family a lot. And I see that it's not hard because you're geared up. They got you all primed for this, and the need to take care of your family so intensely will ease. They're showing me in July, August. So, okay, that's what I got.
Wow. Wow.
And
Very
they're
nice.
saying don't feel guilty. They're also saying don't feel guilty for putting your family first, because I have a feeling maybe you've been told you do that too much. And they're saying this time it's okay. So,
Wow. Wow. So Nancy, I was getting, I was tuning into your energy to connect with your guides. And I did feel that, especially this time of year for you, that there is some tender-hearted feelings that you're feeling or reminiscing, especially this time of year, but especially I just feel like you sort of need some support right now and you need your family. And I feel like you may, if you're, you may miss your loved ones, which we all do this time of year, um, and that have crossed over, and you're sort of talking to them and thinking about them and wishing that they were here. I do feel as though you're asking for support. They're showing me like not not like a Q-tip, but not cotton balls, but like this white, fuzzy, spongy thing that it's almost like they ask you to lean on this white, fuzzy, spongy thing. It's like they have not their hands, but their hands have this big white, comfort thing, and they're trying to comfort you and support you with this energy that you can lean and they'll have your back and you can be supported. But I feel as though it's all the support and all the energy that I see around you is from your loved ones and your family. Let me just get something else for Nancy. They want you to know that you have achieved such goals and you've grown in such strides, and the accomplishments and the growth, the soul growth and the awareness and your perspective. And it's almost like there's, and please take it with a grain of salt, just there's something called like emotional maturity, but not that you're not mature and not that you're, it's just that there is a growth in your wisdom and you have like this contentment in your own soul that you have this wisdom and this knowing, and your loved ones and guides and angels around you are very proud and very happy to see. And this was not easy. You needed to go through this metamorphosis in order to gain that wisdom. So it was a long road and not an easy road, but you've achieved that wisdom, and that'll you can rely on that. You can bank on that. That's something that you've built for yourself, and that's something that you will take with you. Um, and yeah, that's what I got. That's where I'm going to stop. Ah, so Nancy says, "Okay, got it, Terry. July and August. You use. I have been told that. I don't know what that means, but I know I have a lot of support on the other side. Yeah, they were telling me that big time. One Love. Hi, One Love. Nice to see you. Okay, so after Nancy is Pre. After Pre is Mary. Um, okay, thank you, Nancy. And Pre, I'm just going to show you guys two different ones. Pre says, "Does my past pet have any messages for me? Life has been really difficult after losing my sweet angel." So I said, "Pre, what kind of a pet and what is their name?" And she said, "Her name is Coco and she is a doggy."
Oh,
So let's get a message from Coco for Pre. And I have to say, Mary, you're next. And isn't that a coincidence? I didn't even realize that. You guys will see when I bring up Mary's question. So Coco is coming forward, and she just wants to thank you for making those hard decisions. She knows how difficult it was for you, but it was like that you did her you not that you did her a favor, but you were brave enough to do what was necessary to help her to cross. And she knows that it was not easy for you, that it took everything you had in order to make these kinds of decisions. And she's saying that she just wants to thank you for being so brave on her behalf. Um, She's saying that she's sorry that she left that hole in your heart, but she wants you to know that she is still watching over you. And she says that you do hear her still around the house, or you sense her. Um, she just wants you to know, when you think of her, or you hear a little something, or you think that you heard something that she used to do, she's saying that is her. I don't know if you still see, she's showing me her bowl and her water bowl and her food bowl. I don't know if you still have those out, or if you have them like in a pantry or on a shelf, and you look at, and when you open the door for the pantry or garage or something, you see them sitting there. And she says she's with you every time you think of her. So how about you ladies?
I'm just getting that Coco is very supportive. I'm not. I see a little dog like putting her paw on her sleeve, like trying to get her attention. And I just see that she is really around you, and I actually wouldn't be surprised if that you don't feel her either jumping up on your bed at night or jumping onto the couch, wherever you like to sit, or whatever she liked to do, like if she liked to sleep on your feet. I am willing to bet you feel her around, and she is around, and well, she has a question. She says, "You want me to help you find another companion?" So I guess in your own time in meditation, you can talk to her about that and see if you're open to more another pet. I see you have another dog, but she's saying, "Do you want more?"
Cool. When I tuned in to Coco, I saw a dog. I'm not sure if this is, you don't want another companion right now. Yeah, I can understand that. Um, what I saw was a dog that was sort of black and tan, or kind of like cinnamon brown with sort of a black saddle. But that's the dog that I was seeing. And it was kind of in the play bow, like, all full of energy, but then down like this and wanting to bark at your feet a little bit, like, come on, let's play. Because he or she is on the other side. And then I saw him going off of the ball in this big green field, just running and having the time of his life, but then coming back to you. And it's something about also kind of spinning around, or just being around your feet in the morning, almost like tripping you up because he's so excited to see you and to get the day started and to get fed and all of that. And then when I started, I drew a card about asking if there was a message, and I got this. It's the 5 of Cups, and it's this person grieving over the 3 cups that are spilled. But Coco was saying, I understand this is hard. The separation is hard. It's harder on you because you don't see how glorious it is over here for me. But just look around, and there's still cups there's still love there for you. And that means both other people and your other pet in your life, but Coco's still going to be there too. So just counseling to remember the fun times and remember the fun things we used to do together, and to don't think so much about the last days, because once he passed, or he or she passed, he doesn't think about that anymore either. So he's in this perfect place now, but is still attached to you. So yeah, I hope that's somewhat helpful.
Yeah,
She's a
absolutely.
beautiful brown.
And she said, Pre said, I really wish I can feel her somehow. I miss them. So, that 5 of Cups that you had there, Joan, reminded me of, you are sad that that Coco is gone, but you said you still have your other fur baby with you. And she says, don't ignore her. And she says, I'm taking care of her, and she's going through that grief as well. And she says, I wish I could get her back on earth with me again. Oh, our time together was so short. Yeah. She's saying, don't ignore your other fur baby who's there. And, you guys can console each other. So thank you very much, Pri, for letting us know your dog's name and giving us the information. Thank you. And next is Mary. After Mary is Heather. So Heather, just say hi and let us know you're still here.
Another Coco.
I know. That's what I said. And they both said, and then wait. So Mary says, so maybe they're friends now.
Maybe.
I knew they were pets, but I didn't realize they had the same name and it was a dog. I lost my dog Coco of 12 years to lymphoma and miss him so much. Now this Coco is a him, and so much I wanted to make sure he's okay. Aw. So let's see what we can get from Coco for Mary. Thanks, Heather. I see you. Mary. Yeah, he does tell me that he's your protector and that he's been around you for a really long time. He's saying that I think he's making. I know you said you didn't want another one right now, but he is saying that he's making room. I feel as though you two had a soul connection, like he could be your spirit guide on the other side. And sometimes our spirit guide is able to incarnate into this lifetime, and or Coco carried the essence of one of your spirit guides. But I feel as though the heart connection and the soul connection that you felt with him was definitely real for sure, and past life as well. It was a deep, long-term loyalty and love, and the look in Coco's eyes and the love that you felt from him was for sure, no doubt. And he wants you to not try and think of the lymphoma part. He's saying that there was it was going to be one thing or another. He wants to just thank you for the love and the patience and I feel as though he would either get out of the house or do either chew pillows. He would do something every once in a while. Like he was good for the most part, but if he was like, I don't know, anxious or something, he would do something. But he's saying you had a lot of patience with him, and I feel like he was a little more rambunctious and a little more of a handful. But he's just saying thank you for all the patience and all the love. And he is telling me for the most part he was well behaved. How about you ladies?
Mine's a little long, but as I was kind of concentrating on Coco and bringing this Coco over and trying to get, he just seems like a very nice dog. First I just saw him hanging out in what my guides have showed me is kind of like the dog area of heaven, and but then he started to show me something unusual, and I saw a priest's vestment, like the big white collar that's kind of a shield shape that a priest might wear. And I could see the dog behind it. I'm like, what are you showing me? Were you a priest in a different life with her? And that was not the case. He said he was showing me that, yes, indeed, you've had a life together before. And he then walked me back away from the vestment, and he showed me that you worked in a holy order. You were in the kitchen, so you were not a priest or a nun or anything like that. You worked in the kitchen, you cooked, you cleaned, you did things like that. But Coco was there as one of the dogs that lived there, but you weren't supposed to necessarily feed him or give him something, but you did. And that's why he became connected to you, because you recognized that this was just no ordinary dog, and then you've become connected. So you've had another life with Coco. So that's cool. There you go.
Nice. How fun. Let's see. Just reading about these two dogs, the thought came to me that dogs are there, to show us what unconditional love is all about, but also their lives are so brief compared to ours, if we're lucky. And it also, one of their other lessons is to make the most of the time we have with everybody, because once they go, it's like, oh, it's hard to lose them so quickly. But when I especially tuned into Coco, I got his energy being kind of calm. At least his heart was very calm and steady. And I saw him, this might not be who he was, but he kind of saw himself or was presenting to me like a black lab, someone who would just be on guard and protecting you, but being very calm about it. And that's not to say that he didn't have his crazy moments, but he wasn't just a running around, a very hyper nervous kind of dog. I got a sense of him kind of just being a little bit more calm and steady and protective, almost majestic in some ways. And especially in the way he really took pride in caring for you. And that he was just this old soul. And I asked him again, and I drew a card for you and got two of them: prioritize your health and take a leap and spread your wings. Um, and he kind of wants you, when you're ready, to have another companion, because the words I got were, you need supervision. You need a dog to look after you. So that's what he's feeling right now, that he's trying to do it as much as possible. But when you're ready, and not until then, consider bringing in another dog, because he'll help train him up on what needs to be done. But he thinks that you still need supervision.
She said the priest vestment is also telling me he's with my stepdad. He was a priest, and I told him to go with daddy.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Wow. See, you never know. And
yeah.
it takes a lot of courage for us to say what we see, but we know that if it's, I mean, how uh, random is that?
It's very
Very
For a dog.
random. And sometimes we say, just in case, just maybe, you never know. So, oh my gosh, thank you, Mary, for sharing that with us.
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow, Coco is an amazing communicator. Oh my
I
gosh.
think both Cocos were pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. So Priest says, I was wondering if whether the fur babies get to play and prance around or on the other side. Absolutely. There's an afterlife for all of us, for dogs, for pets, for humans. There's an afterlife. And they are their pure essence of their soul. They are their light body. They are their soul. They are their unconditional love energy. So beautiful.
I
Oh,
wonder
that
if the
was so
two Cocos
sweet.
are playing around or getting to know each other now. It's
I know. And it's not random. I know that one time we had like
since
a grandmother named I don't know, Esther or something. And we had like two or three different people that had a grandmother named Esther, and they all wanted messages. And it wasn't Esther, but some, you know, different name. It was really random, but they all come together. They know that you're here. They bring you here. They ask, it's just amazing. So lovely. Okay. So next we have Heather, and after Heather is Chick from Ohio. So Chick, if you're still here, just say hi. Oh, she did. Okay. I'm sorry. I see it. Now you did. I see it. I see you, Chick. So Heather says, any messages from my guides, please? I'm seeing a big body of water for you, Heather, and it's a deep, it's almost like, it's not Lake Como. It could be Lake Como, but what's that? Lake Tahoe is what I'm thinking of. They're showing me like a deep blue lake and deep blue body of water. And they're showing me that this is how deep your emotions, your passion, your compassion, your you just have such depth to your soul and to your heart chakra, your love that you extend to others. But it's the emotion. You're quite an empath as well, but you feel things so deeply, and they're showing me it's as deep as like a big deep lake, blue lake. Oh, and they're saying the top of the lake may seem calm and beautiful and still and pristine, but they're saying underneath there is a current. There is a current that is like churning and moving and um, active. There's an activity underneath. I do feel as though you have an ability to sort of disguise your feelings a little bit and maybe not let people, like, you don't actually wear your heart on your sleeve, like you keep things very close to the vest. And they want you to know it's okay to share. It's okay to share. It's okay to open up. It's okay to bring people in. And I know that sometimes bringing people in doesn't always result in a long lasting relationship, but they say that it's important to not to let all of this compassion, all of this beauty, all of this depth go for naught, or not be expressed, not be, you know, uh, felt or expressed or enjoyed. They're saying that it's all there. It's all there, ready for you. And what a joy you will feel when you open up and allow others in. And they say you can go at your own pace. But that's beautiful. I love the lake. I love the lake, uh, comparison. It's beautiful. How about you, ladies?
Um, well, what I'm getting, Heather, is again just Jean saw the blue color, so did I. And in this case, they're showing me like a boudoir, and it's full of blue, light blue curtains and light blue frilly things. And I'm like, what's going on here? And they're like, so here's what I think they're showing me. They're showing me you in there, and I think they're saying you need to take care of your feminine side a little bit more. I get the feeling that they want you to, I think it's been neglected. I think you've been working very hard, taking care of the people around you, maybe working very hard, and they're just saying you need a little bit more feminine comfort. They're like, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they wouldn't want you to go get a massage or go to the spa or something, but it's more than that. They want you to go ahead and indulge that feminine side. I know this is going to sound a little weird. They want you to amp your sexuality up a little bit. They want you to feel fully feminine, fully sexy, fully everything. They're just really that's the only thing they're going to show me. Is just they want you to go ahead and take care of that part of you a little bit more. That's what I got.
Cool. When this was kind of in two parts. The first part that I saw for you, Heather, was someone was playing the violin. and I don't know who it was, and it's back. He was showing me his back, but he was just playing the violin. And so the message I got from that is to listen to music, whether it's the violin or whatever makes you feel good, to listen to music and to be creative, and let it inspire you. And then the whole scene shifted because they're trying to sort of bring out your creativity. And then the whole scene shifted, and all of a sudden I'm seeing the mane of a buckskin horse as if I'm the rider. And that's so you're riding this horse, and we're up, and this is before Jean was talking too much about the lake, but it was the opposite of the depths of the lake. We're up like on the rim of the Grand Canyon or something, and you're on this horse kind of going out to the edge and looking down, and you can't even see the bottom. It's so deep, and it's really profound, and it's wonderful. But they were making the distinction that, yes, when you see something profound or beautiful, whether it's a piece of art or a big canyon or whatever, is to appreciate it, but don't let it make you feel small. And this might be like if other people play the violin better than you, or whatever your thing is of being creative, don't make other people's, the fact that they are masters at it, make you feel diminished in any way, because the idea isn't that you're going to go out and play Carnegie Hall, but you're going to fool around with whatever your creative thing is for an afternoon, and then feel good about what you did. And so so they said, when you're still riding this buckskin horse along the rim of the Grand Canyon, and they said, don't look down all the time, don't let the size of that overwhelm you. Cast your eyes forward and up, and you'll see amazing things there. You might see a little bird or a falcon or something like that, just circling up into the heavens. And there's just so much to see. Don't let other people, other circumstances diminish you. That yes, the Grand Canyon is fabulous, but so are you.
Oh my God, that is so beautiful.
That's fabulous.
It was kind of crazy, but that's what I do.
Wow.
Thank you for giving us that opportunity to go on that ride, Heather.
Yeah. Beautiful soul, Heather. You are a beautiful soul. Absolutely. Heather says, the readings align, thinking I want to elevate my goddess side, big emotions lately. Yep. Yep. And Kim B, we're taking her along with us. She goes, I can envision that. Beautiful. And then she's like, embrace nature. Kim B is like, see, I'm telling you that I go there too. I'm telling you, it's really cool. And then Heather says, nice messages. I've been getting into comparing myself in negative ways. Yeah.
I think that's why so much of our messages had to do with self-care. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Heather, for the feedback. We appreciate that. Okay, so next is Chick from Ohio. And after Chick from Ohio is Venus. Okay, so Chick says, my friend Ron passed away. Does he have any messages for me? I'm so sorry, Chick.
Yeah, that's rough.
Sorry. Kim B says, ride that horse, Heather. Let me pop it up in case Heather can't see. She's like, ride that horse, Heather. Thank you, Kim B. You make it so much fun for us. Thank you. Okay, Chick says her friend Ron passed away. He wants to thank you for thinking of him and keeping a special place in your heart for him. And he wants you to know that he enjoyed the time you two spent together, and that you were always very genuine. He's saying that you didn't judge people. He said that you were non-judgmental, accepted him for all of his quirky ways, and you never expected anything. I feel like you were always very giving, always very welcoming and inviting, and non-judgmental. I feel like he may have had a little quirkiness to him, or he may have been set in his ways, like maybe, I don't know, maybe his clothes, or maybe he always wore stripes and whatever it was. He's saying that, he had his ways about him, but you never saw any of that. You saw right into his heart and his soul, and you took him for who he was. And he just wants to thank you for that connection. And thanks for asking about him. How about you, ladies?
I got something very similar. Ron jumped onto my stage. I mean, he, usually I feel like I have to think about it, get him in, work hard. I didn't have to work hard for Ron. He jumped onto my stage. He's wearing red. He has something, he almost looks like he has a wand in his hand, and it's sparkling out this gold energy, and he whips it around him. I mean, this trail of gold sparkles, and he's just so happy to be over there. He's basically letting me know through that it's so magical to be there, so exciting, and just I felt almost like, rather than getting a message from him, he was almost acting out Jean's message. Yes, you were there for me. You had my heart. I now can look back and see that you were almost like a spirit guide to me, that you helped me up so many times. And that's all I'm really getting. It's really, he looks like a lot of fun. He looks like a fun guy. I don't know if he's only fun over there, but he was Johnny on the spot and full of magic. So
Great. Chick, when I tuned in, I saw Ron as he was wearing he kind of looked like the impression a lot of people have of the French artist. Like he had the black tam and then the black and white striped shirt. And this is just maybe a way to say that he was his own unique self, and had his own way of doing things, but that you really got him. Like he didn't have to explain himself to you, and you just connected and understood him, and he really appreciated that so much. So he said, thank you for your friendship. And you two were really heart connected. And he said, and you just got me. Let's see. And that he's encouraging you to take advantage of your time here now. And when I pulled cards from you, it's kind of odd. This is kind of what I was seeing for the last person. This is the Archangel of Harmony saying, bring in the music. So I don't know if it's violin music or if you had special songs that you would listen to together. And then from the Feathers deck, I got the Blue Jay, who said, the time is right to access and master your abilities. Do so with humility and control. So he's encouraging you, whether you play the violin or ride a horse or whatever it is that you want to do, to just jump in and do it. And don't worry about what people think, just the way that you didn't for him.
wow.
Yeah. So thank you. That was fun.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. Thank you very much, Chick, for your question. And we have one more for tonight. And this is the last question that we have. Just a couple of people were asking if the questions were closed. We're a little over an hour, and this is our final question. And Venus would love a message from her sister, Crystal. And her sister Crystal was killed in an accident recently, just a few weeks ago. I'm not sure if either of you ladies know, but I think I just found out recently. So her sister Crystal. She's just, the first thing she said is, I didn't feel a thing. There was I feel as though her soul left her body before the incident, before the accident. I feel like now she's telling me she feels like she was in the hospital before she passed, or they took her to the hospital. I don't know if she was, but anyway, she's just saying that she didn't feel a thing, that she crossed quickly. And she's saying that she's fine. And she's almost like, you know how you brush off your pants and your hands are on your thighs. I don't know if she ever did that, but she's sort of like brushing off her pants and sort of wiping her hands on the back of her pants and on the front of her pants and saying, I'm fine, I'm fine. Sort of like dusting herself off. And she's saying, I'm fine. She wants you to know she's fine. She crossed quickly and that there was no pain. She wants you to know that she is with your mom and the family and you, and she is with those who, I don't know, did she have her own family too? Did she have kids and a husband? I feel like somebody is, somebody is at her house, or somebody is around her house or going to her house, or her family is going to her house, and she's almost making sure that they are able to take care of things.
She had 5 daughters and 3 grandchildren.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh.
A lot.
Yep. Yep. So she's taking care of the family. She's with the family right now, with those who are sort of picking up the pieces and having to take care of her things and having to go through the difficult process of the aftermath of, you know, all of the loose ends. I don't think, obviously, well, a lot of people don't ever think that would ever happen to them. I don't feel as though she had any plans or any wishes or anything written down or anything like that. But she is with her family and the people who are taking care of her belongings and her affairs. She said she's with them, and she is also with you. She wants to thank you for calling on her, and she's saying that to be, be patient with the process, that take your time in processing. And it may not, you think, oh, you're feeling a little better and that you are, sort of grasping with the reality of it, and then it'll sneak up on you again. She's saying it's okay. She's saying take as much time as necessary, and be kind to yourself, and to expect that these things come in waves. She wants to give you something. Did somebody give you, if they haven't gone through all of her things, there's something that she wants you to have. And she is saying to try and remember the good times, go back to those photo albums, and to remember when you two were younger, and to look back at those times. And that's the connection that she wants to leave you with. How about you ladies?
I just saw her as being happy, and she said you're gonna love it over here. No hurry, but you'll love it here when the time comes. And she said, don't hurry about it. And then I saw her walking down a path and kind of leaving breadcrumbs, like Hansel and Gretel, sort of. And she said, as hard as this is, as heartbreaking as this is for everyone, it's going to be a growth experience for you, that it's going to open you up in ways that will make you ask questions and pursue your own connection with her. And it's not like you have to become a medium or anything like that, but you'll be able to feel the nudges from her. And it's not the same as having her there, and it does, but in some ways it's some solace. And let's see, the breadcrumbs. And then I saw a picture of her sewing stitches into your heart. She said it'll take a while to heal, but it's going to mend, and it's just going to help you understand the way everything works. But she also said she loved being your sister. And I don't know if you jump roped with her when you were a kid, but I saw two people on either end spinning, and then you were jumping in the middle. So just she loved being your sister, and she's still going to be there for you. And I wish you the very best.
So Venus, Crystal showed me a little different perspective, and it's all about where she's at and how she's doing. Immediately when I saw her, she was sitting down, kind of flopped down a little bit, and she looks like Alice in Wonderland. She is dressed in the little short dress with lots of petticoats. She has white stockings on her legs. She's just there, and what she's telling me, but with this image, she's saying, you cannot imagine the wonder of it, the absolute wonder of it. I can look at my life, I can look at your life, I can look all around, and I'm having such a good time exploring and learning and being over here. And she shows me just sitting there, like nothing's in the right proportions. And I see her looking back towards the field where the red queen and the white queen were playing chess, and she's picking them up, and they're relatives. It's like she can move things around. She can see what they did. She can kind of influence things this way. She's just learning, and she's looking around, and she's in total awe and wonder. So, yeah, she's doing great, and she is watching out for you. She's still learning, though. She's learning everything, and I really can't say it strongly enough. She's in awe and wonder. She just can't believe how cool this is. And the whole thing that she's showing, everything's in Alice in Wonderland theme. So that's what I got.
What a beautiful image, Terri. Thank you so much. And we're so sorry for your loss, Venus. Hang in there and know that Crystal is in your heart and in your thoughts. And I don't know what that item is, but she wants you to have something. So let us know if when you find out what that is. So so I just wanted to end the show by helping or inviting everybody to an event that I'm going to be doing. And I'm just going to share my screen really quick and tell you a little bit about it. And then we'll find out where Terri and Joan are going to be. So this is a solstice sound bath for angelic connection. And that is with Daphne, Stacy, and myself. It's called The Wings of Light. And it's going to be on Saturday, December 21st. And it's at 4 p.m. Pacific or 7 p.m. Eastern. And we just invite all of you to come. I'm going to put the link in the chat for everybody. And I also have this on my community tab. If anybody is interested, we'd like to invite you. And Terri, where will you be coming up next?
I believe my next show is on Sunday at 10 Pacific with Allie, Heart and Soul Connected.
Wonderful. And Joan?
Well, you and I will be reading with Gerald tomorrow at, what is it? In the afternoon sometime.
Yep. It's 2 Eastern, 1 Central.
Right. I'll be there. So yeah, thank you so much for hosting, Jean. As always, you did a fabulous job. And thanks everybody for coming.
Yes, thank you so much for having us, Jean.
Thank you. And after I'm with Joan and Gerald, I'm going to be following up with another show with Marina from Heart Center Tarot. And that's at 4 p.m. So I have a double header for tomorrow. But thank you, everybody, tomorrow. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you, Venus, Amanda, Kim B, Cat Lady, Rush, and Amy, Pamela, chick from Ohio, Heather, Everybody, Sashay, Mr. Beanie, I see all of you here. Thank you all for coming. We really appreciate you. Please make sure you go over and subscribe to Kigaru Spiritual Journeys or Wisdom Seeker Joan. And if you haven't subscribed to SunPsychic Jean, we all appreciate all of your support, and have a wonderful Monday evening. Thanks for being here. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy this content, hit like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks again. Bye.